Let's do the count of three. Ready?
Congratulations!
1, 2, 3. Yay! I want to say, just on behalf of the board and the entire chamber, we're just so pleased and happy to have you guys join us and be part of the community. You know, we got the tour and I heard about just all the really worthwhile, amazing things you guys did. Plus, just so brave and opening up any sort of business in the middle of COVID and coronavirus is just tremendous. I mean, your story is inspiring, and what you're doing some really great, good work in the world. And so we're all hopefully now more and more aware of public health than ever. And so this is really going to just really makes, I think, Lafayette even a more special place to live. And so I know, Lori, I don't know if you want to come down and you can maybe share a little bit and talk about Jamie and Carrie also. Does that work?
Quickly, I am Teresa Geringer, Vice Mayor. Just by the rotation of the earth, we rotate those positions. And the mayor couldn't be here this evening, so I'm here on behalf of the mayor and all of the city council to welcome you, Lori, and I met Carrie and Jamie. And John said it all. I mean, it's amazing. I did look at your website. I'm just very impressed and very excited to have you in the community. And I know you've been here already. You opened during COVID, and joining another woman-owned business right here in this same building. I'm going to say that's pretty exciting. I'm very excited that we have that we have you here, and you know that the chamber is there to support you, and the city is also very excited to have you and wants to provide support as well. So congratulations and best wishes. I really look forward to it.
We are very excited to be here. Let me tell you a little bit about us. We are a woman's-owned clinical research site, and for those of you that don't know what clinical research is and you think that it's rats and mice, that's not us. What we basically do is we generate the data for the drug companies or the device companies that are trying to get either FDA approval for something new or an extended indication. So we have a current study going on for child migraine. Because the drug is very effective and working very well in adults, they decided to expand it. So what we're doing is helping generate that data in order for them to present it to the FDA and it to be approved. So we are patient-centric. We see our patients. The clinical coordinators do the bulk of the work. The rest of us are in supporting roles. We're really proud and excited to be able to do this. We come from a lot of research background, and we all get along really, really well, which for women is, pretty amazing because there's a lot of emotion going on there. But we're very, very blessed and very, very excited. Several things with COVID opened up for us. One of them is this amazing building in this gorgeous town. And we are thrilled to be here, and we really want to be able to give back to the community. So that's who we are, and we encourage everybody to look at our website, come and visit us, tell your friends, your neighbors, even if they don't think they want to be in a clinical research trial, just come and talk to us. We'd love to meet more people in the community. So.
Thank you. Thank you, Lori.
We found this lovely site and we looked all over, and we're thrilled to be in Lafayette.
Yeah.
Just thrilled. This is such a great place for us. So that's what we are. That's what we do. We are data generators.
It's important because you guys are the ones with the patients or with the subjects doing the work, right?
We are, and it's fascinating. It's fun. It's frustrating. It's heartbreaking, and all of the above. And we love it because we can give back to the community also.
Right.
So everybody that comes, are they in the same study?
No, we run a large variety of studies. Our primary focus, because that's what the majority of the group has, is in psych, schizophrenics, depression. We've branched out into Alzheimer's, which is one of our passions. This, of course, is our main office. A lot of times people have a lot of paperwork to fill out.
Right.
So we have to make sure that people are even eligible for the studies to begin with. So they'll sit and they'll do an intake form and give us all their permission and HIPAA and all those necessary things. And they also give us an idea, also sometimes on the phone, but they'll come in and they give us an idea of where they might be interested in getting help. So that's important. So we have this area here, and then we also have it so that sometimes our studies run 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. So patients have to be here, so we try to have enough stuff for them to do for the in time.
Right, and if they have kids.
What's your background?
I'm a pharmacist by training. So I've been a pharmacist since 1994. I've done a lot of oncology, and that's my background. But I've also worked with Jamie in clinical trials prior to our starting this business. So that's my background.
And then how the three of you got together to form this business.
Yes, and we also have Julie, who's out on maternity
Okay.
leave. She worked with Jamie too. So that was something else that was nice, is we had this very nice core of very accomplished people that all worked well together.
Right.
And, women no less.
I was gonna say, it's women-owned business, the entire team.
Yeah, women no less. But we also have we have some great guys that help out. Jamie's husband is amazing with IT and design. So it all kind of came together.
Very nice.
Yeah, so that's
And so
That's
you
how that-
have several different patient
so
rooms?
come on in.
Yeah.
So this is the front desk. This is the reception area, and then as you come in here, patients can come in either way. And Carrie's our office manager. So she sits here, and
This is Christina, who has been president of the board and is still on the chamber board.
hi, Christine. I'm Lori. Nice to meet you.
Bella, is she cool in here, or do you want to?
Absolutely. We all are dog lovers. I don't have kids, I have animals.
Okay.
So my
There you go.
kids come to work with me. She's adorable. She's an old lady. She's a 12-year-old lady.
12 years, that's...
I got one 17, so I know
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
So this is the general area.
Right.
We have enough room here for the docs, for paperwork, charting, all that good stuff, data entry that we have to do for that. And then if you want to this site really worked out well for us.
Sorry, Jay.
Oh, sorry.
You're doing very important work.
We get him on his knees as often
Yeah,
as
that's right.
It's a good place to keep my.
Yeah.
If you want to come this way, so I don't know, just.
No, it's
It's a
interesting,
big
yeah.
circle.
This is
So,
a big place.
this is our break room. Pretty standard.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And this is Jamie's office. We had a lot of fun decorating this.
Oh, yeah.
And it all kind of, again, so many things came together for us. So we were really, people, we were able to do a lot of things on Nextdoor. People, and we're in a nice area, so people
Right.
get tired of things, and 2 years later, it's
They're still great, right?
oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
So we were able to
Phenomenal.
do that, and so this is her office. This room here is where our other two coordinators, Jonathan and Julie, Jonathan and Chrissy. They do all the data entry. They see the patients.
Right.
Clinical research, the coordinators do the bulk of the work.
That's
okay,
right.
so they are actually running the study. We're all plant people. We try to keep it.
It's good for mental health anyway.
Yeah,
right, to have
it
all
is
that.
for sure. This is just another exam room. What we do here is a lot of interviews get done here for interviewing patients, especially psych patients.
Right.
So we can do that there. And then there's there's one staff bathroom. This is our lab, because in clinical research you have to generate a lot of lab data.
Right.
Blood draws, urine, all of that we submit during what they call the screening process, which is the first part of the studies, to see if people are even eligible. This is another exam room. This room is kind of interesting. We tried to make it really warm and cozy, because this is where people sit for their psych rating scales. So a lot of psychology studies and psychiatry studies, unlike a diabetes study or a cancer study, where it's a lot of lab, this is more rating scales, how people are responding, how the professionals are perceiving their ability to respond to meds or treatment or whatever. So this is where our raters work.
It's kind of qualitative as well as quantitative.
Absolutely. And
which is perhaps
raters
different.
are highly trained. They're either a
Right.
PhD or an MD. So they have to go through a lot of training to be raters.
And are you testing new drugs or drugs? That
Everything. We do new drug. New drugs, a lot of new drugs start out in the hospital setting. We don't do those. We do what they call, there's like 4 phases of drug development. We're usually now doing phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. These are drugs that are either already approved or trying to get approval. A lot of them are already approved and they're trying to find new indications. One of the studies we're doing now for adolescent migraine, it's a drug that's already approved in adults. And migraines are so debilitating to children. So now they're trying to get it approved for patients 12 to 18. So we're doing that study. So yeah, it can be any variety of things.
So if you're doing children, are you only doing female children or just children?
No, children.
Children.
Yeah, children. For, like I said, for the migraines. It's a very exciting study. So anyway, so
great.
that's where the Raiders work, and that's just another bathroom that we have.
All right. This is a big space. I can see how you were so happy to get
Oh
it.
my God, this space was amazing.
Yeah.
I know.
This is the room where we do the blood draws and a lot of the lab work and, blood pressures, that type of thing. So we have a table here and everything. And what's nice is we have sinks in just about every room.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This was some sort of medical
plumbing
facility.
is essential.
It was. Stanford OB-GYN was here before. So we
Just got
lucked
moved
out.
right in and just it was
Yeah,
all.
they did a lot of remodeling for us
Yeah,
and all, which was really, really nice.
Have you met Barbara Persons down?
Yes,
Yeah.
what a lovely gal.
Not only that, she was our children's favorite babysitter. She and her twin.
Is her twin a doctor too?
No,
That's funny.
no, but that's a good source of.
Yeah, we've already connected with
Yeah.
her.
Sure.
She's great.
Yeah, but 'cause
She's.
that's mostly women.
We're hoping we can do some only women's patients.
She's not afraid to talk about anything.
No, exactly. I love her.
She's like really interested.
Gee
in
whiz.
it.
This is a great space.
She is amazing.
This is kind of my office and Julie, our other coordinator's office.
Beautiful.
We just, again, a lot of paperwork. We are not tree friendly, unfortunately.
Yeah. No.
But
Oh,
what's
it's
happening?
not digital, huh? Because a lot
You
of
know
it-
what? It's going digital.
Yeah.
It's going very digital. So it's a blessing and a curse, digital, especially with especially Alzheimer's. They can't navigate things. I can't navigate it.
Right.
Let alone, so it's kind of a hybrid, some of them,
Yeah.
which is nice. And it's a lot about the caregivers. So that's what's nice about them. This is just another exam room that we have, pretty basic. We do EKGs in here, heights and weights. EKGs are usually mandatory for most studies.
Right, that makes sense. Right.
As
Makes it
just
hard,
a
yeah.
startup, and then we have to keep after those.
It's a very cheery place. You
It
did a
is,
Nice
isn't it?
job
Thank
with
you.
it.
We wanted it that way. This is the pharmacy. Again, everything has to be locked. It has to be temperature controlled. Some drugs are refrigerated. But everything has to be locked, and then all our data, and because you have HIPAA, we're very conscious of the patient's privacy.
Right.
So that's how that goes.
Phenomenal.
And then Jamie's giving the tour there. This is our MD office. A lot of times the doctors will see the patients in there. Sometimes they don't see a doctor at all that particular visit. It just depends on how the protocol is set up. So you can see that one.
Do they see a primary care doctor, is it? Or
We have an internal medicine guy. Depends on the study. So if it's a general medicine study, like we're doing now with psoriasis, we're doing a dermatitis. Excuse me, with Lily. So our internal medicine guy sees it. Now my psychiatrists can all be what they call sub-Is. So they can see them. There's a lot of cross-training. It's hard, though, when you have a psychiatrist to have a general doctor as a sub-I, unless they've done a lot of research and are trained. So we have both. And then we're kind of...
Let's swap faces.
And then... I know, there's a lot with clinical research.
Oh my gosh.
So this area here we developed
Oh yeah.
because what happens with clinical research is as the study goes on, monitors from the drug companies come in and monitor our data. So they're constantly checking to make sure that we're following the protocol, or that if the protocol has changed, that we have implemented that, because it's a lot of data, and little errors do
sure.
get made. So it's nice to have the second and third set of eyes. And they come in there, and again, there's, the drug companies are spending tremendous amount of money to get all this done.
Right,
That's
right.
why drugs
And
in
so
this
it's-
country are so expensive.
And a lot of investment. In this room in particular, it's interesting.
It's interesting because it's and they work pretty quiet. They
I see.
just come
That
in,
kinda works
and
out
so
here.
we have,
Yeah.
and they have to be separate from the clinic.
Right.
So that's what we've developed this area for.
Oh, very nice.
So it's
Yeah,
worked
that's
out
great.
really nice.
Excellent.
Nicely, yeah.
And then
And then we're right back at the circle.
well, very nice.
You know what is nice? It gives patients options.
Yeah.
It gives physicians options when they're up against the wall, but it also promotes science. So with what they do, they can move the ball forward. So it's not only providing a community service. And when people come and see what research entails in this country, they will have a better understanding. I'm not saying that pharmaceutical companies aren't without flaws, as we all are, but when they see what we go through in this country in order to make sure a drug is safe and effective before it goes into our population, you would truly understand what they're taking risk. And there's a lot of drugs that never get to market, and they've invested all this money, but that's what it's about.